Welcome back to the battlefield. So, over the end turn, for anyone that didn't stick around during that, I actually had to break my client state treaty with these guys up here in the north because the Boii decided to declare war on them. So, if we check out diplomacy, these guys straight up hate me now. So, this is the start of the next turn after that. What I'm going to do is start recruiting some troops. And I think I will draw them from down here primarily. I could actually do with a little more public order here. But I think banditry is maybe a better option to try and reduce. However, I don't want to reduce it at the expense of public order, so we'll do a supply pit. Alright, now who gets to be general? Alcibiades? This dude, because I don't know if you guys have ever played Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but that's the same name as the fruitcake dude in that game. I just always think the way he talks is a little bit funny, so... Alright, well, we'll have this guy be a general now. Heroic Hoplite. And we're recruiting him in Greece. Alright. Why not? You know what, I'll even start him off down here. Just in case there's any... I don't think there will be any units that jump out at me as particularly interesting from this province. Is that my boy? Or is that a different guy named Alcibiades? I'm gonna say that's my guy. I shouldn't have to reinstate a legacy. You know what, let's do it. Okay, good. So there are a couple of armies at tier 2 already. Now he has the heroic hoplite ability. That doesn't mean I want him to be a hoplite.
We hunger for battle.
Yeah, so I could get some Athenian hoplites, I could get some Athenian veteran hoplites, but they're just not that great. They're okay, but they're not that great. The other thing to consider is, if I remember right, this faction up here is kind of like a nomadic faction, so I actually need to get a lot of skirmishing power in this army.
Soldiering. It's a good
So since there's not really any infantry that interests me here, I'm going to go ahead and just pick up some slingers. I'm thinking these Thureos spears actually might be better than the thorax spearmen, just because they have a javelin that they can throw. And I can get some Thureos cavalry. Alright. So we'll have this army recruit and move up to defend this area. If they end up declaring war on me, then I'll see if this army can just take the war on by itself. I'm hoping they won't need reinforcements, because obviously recruiting another army is going to decrease my income substantially.
Fleet reporting.
Now, back to the main front. So, 1, these guys were in the port, and they have not taken attrition. So that is good to know. And it actually did massively increase their movement range. So I forget exactly which one of you it was that pointed this out to me, but I stand corrected. That is actually a highly valuable thing to do. And since I get them back on land, they shouldn't take any attrition from having been in the sea. Alright, well, now I know. I still don't want to raid this because I can't really afford to make Egypt angry.
Moving out. Steady as we go. Your next command.
Alright, so we're set to go. Next turn we should be able to attack Alalia. I may end up auto-resolving it because a lot of it will be a naval battle, and I just don't really like naval battles in this game. But we will see how we go. We'll see whether I decide to stick with that or not. Over here, these guys could do with a little bit more replenishment, but for the most part they're healthy. Now here, Funky's fieldmen are basically ready to go, despite the distinct lack of population here for them to replenish with.
Commander.
Alright, so what I'm going to do here is have these guys launch the attack. We'll have Funky's fieldmen reinforce, because the important thing is I need to get an army back into this city so that the navy doesn't just swoop in behind me and steal it back. So, Funky's fieldmen have to come all the way over here,
Make haste, men.
and then we can launch the attack. Now the odds are more in my favor. And I've brought in tons of elite cavalry to help deal with the skirmishers from the navy. Alright, so I thought things were going great because the initial part of that load screen wasn't a problem for my recording software, but then it had a major glitch out. Anyway, I don't even remember what I was saying during it. I'll probably just cut it all out anyway, because it can't have been that important.
Heavy horse at your command.
Alright. I'm not really sure where the navy is going to land, but this is not a great settlement to be attacking with hoplites and cavalry. Alright. I'm gonna do kind of like I did a few episodes back. Except what we'll do here is have this cavalry go back here, because I think at least some of their navy is going to land on the beaches back here. But their army is going to be mostly in this area, so I'm hoping that I can get some cavalry into the backfield and have the cavalry just wipe out their units as they arrive. I'm going to send my swordsmen and my peltasts with the cavalry, because they do have quite a bit of melee infantry in their navy as well. These guys are just going to slow grind down this main path and go for the town center, and they'll be supported by the slingers, who probably won't actually do a whole lot.
A gamer cavalry.
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
But step one is try and get the cavalry into the backfield. Okay, reinforcing cavalry. Oh my goodness gracious, that's a lot of horses. Okay, general, hang out over here. Otherwise, reinforcing cavalry. Haul ass this direction.
Royal peltasts!
One danger here is they actually, I don't know if you can land along here, but if they do, that would trap my horses in. So, since I know most of their navy is back here, I'm actually going to slow down for a little bit. Kind of let my reinforcements get in the game as well.
Shock cavalry ready.
A gamer cavalry!
Ready for orders. The brave ready for orders. Commander. Ready and waiting.
I'll send these 3 over to support this side, and then I still have more than enough to handle anything over here between the generals and these 2 units. Alright, for the rest of the army, peltasts do not fire at will, slingers be on guard mode, pikes get up to here. Okay, so it looks like they are moving around the backside, so I'll start charging in there again. I don't want my guys to get too outnumbered, but they're pretty elite, so they'll be able to hold for a while.
Ready for orders?
The main thing is I need to engage the garrison while these guys work on the fleet. I'm actually going to send some reinforcements with them.
Pike infantry ready!
Okay, and you guys get to start pressing on the center, supported by these guys. These guys can tank some missile fire, no problem.
Hoplites ready!
I'll even send these guys out and around that direction as well.
Orders understood!
Forward.
What are your orders?
At your service.
Okay, now what's happening with the garrison? Looks like a decent chunk of it is over here.
A gamer cavalry. Riders at the double.
Keep the cavalry moving through. I actually don't want to go too far through because I don't want their slingers to start firing. Okay, they do have a couple of units of cavalry here. I don't want to engage them while they have the infantry advantage. Okay, and the pikemen are going to take forever to get to the front.
Double time!
Forgot to even move the rest of these units here.
We await.
Okay. So maybe the smarter thing to do would have been just go in hard and fast and try and cut through the garrison before the navy could even land. That may have been the correct play. Now what's happening over here? I may actually send some cavalry back this direction because if they end up landing along this beach, that could be a problem. So I've got plenty of cavalry back here for now. Okay, let's set up a unit of swords here.
At your service.
Keep a unit of swords going around here.
Ready and waiting. At the double.
Royal Thorax Swordsman.
Another unit going around here. The cavalry can move up to this little bit of clearing.
The gamer cavalry.
We are at your command.
I don't want to get the slingers involved just yet.
Imper's lancers. Your orders. Pikeman.
Alright, let's see. Okay, this is bad.
Orders.
You guys can go ahead and engage, but
Yours to
the
command.
guys up against spears need to pull out.
Look quickly now.
Didn't get anything of a charge bonus over here, so that could actually take a little bit to get through. Let's see if we can sneak a unit through this backside.
Royal Thorax.
And meanwhile, let these guys come up and take on the spears. These guys can come up and block this off. All of this just while reinforcements are arriving.
What are your orders?
Pull the slingers and the peltas back here a little bit. Cavalry, reposition.
Heavy cavalry.
You guys come all the way out here. Alright, so this is ending up going a bit different than I expected, but that's okay. They countercharged me here, which is actually a big problem. But if I can get my guys into formation, they'll do okay. Alright, the other thing is, that means... Oh, I made it through, but I got caught by the spears anyway. Okay, you guys get in here and deal with those spears. Taking a lot of casualties here. Okay, you guys, all of you collapsing. This is too many units for me to properly manage, if I'm being honest. I think we all already knew that, though. Okay, dealt with that unit. Can we go around the beach and hit these slingers? Desperately need to get rid of that town guard. Okay, how are these guys doing? Losing decisively. Not a good sign. Pull out. You guys go ahead and form a reserve line here.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Slingers start engaging. Out here, what's
Your
happening?
orders?
More cavalry.
Prepares lancers.
Bring all the cavalry.
We await your command.
Keep just a little bit of infantry in the area.
And gamer cavalry. We await your command. Prepares lancers.
Okay, how are things going in here? These guys still need to pull out. So that was just a really bad engagement by me. You guys go ahead and lock down this segment. Peltas, get in here and get ready to cause some problems for these guys. Over here, they can tank some missile fire, they'll be alright. Still moving the hoplites through. How are we going out here? Okay, cavalry
At your service. Ready for orders.
just gets to sit here and take it because micro is hard.
Ready and waiting. And gamer cavalry.
Start moving the spears in to help clean up the melee infantry. Pikemen start moving forward.
We await your orders.
Slingers go ahead
Find your
and
targets.
pick a target and go to town.
Operatives ready.
Alright, Peltas, once you're in position. Well, let me wait until they're in position before I start trying to give orders. These guys are doing great, these guys will be doing fine. Peltas, you may fire when ready. Hit the backside of the guys attacking the hoplites.
What are your orders?
These guys have dealt with one unit of slingers, that means I can start pushing through here. Send a unit of reinforcements with them.
Troops awaiting orders.
Royal Thorax Swordsman.
See if we can chase these guys off with an attack order here.
Your orders.
Don't want to get the cavalry too involved back there just yet. Oops. You guys keep charging through. Okay, so that's managed. How are we going out here?
Thorax operatives. Yours to command. And gamer cavalry.
Pull that unit out. Pull this unit out. Try and get that unit through.
Prepares lancers.
Okay. Where's the melee infantry?
The battle is turning in our favor. Cavalry. By your command.
Orders, my lord.
Reform a little bit over here. Should have thought that one through a little bit more clearly. Peltas, calm down a little bit. bit.
We await your command.
Royal Thorax Swordsman!
Royal Thorax Swordsman!
Yours to command!
Royal Thorax Swordsman!
Shield bearers!
Okay, you guys go engage that unit. You guys stick around. These hoplites are doing just fine. These swords are doing just fine.
At your service!
Shield bearers! Ready and waiting!
Peltas, come over here. I don't actually want these. These guys can just hang out in the middle for a little bit.
Royal Thorax Swordsman!
Shield bearers! A gamer cavalry! By your command! Shield bearers!
Royal Thorax Swordsman!
Okay, we're not getting any close-ups today. I'm doing the best I can just to manage all of this madness.
A gamer cavalry!
You guys deal with those couple of units, and then looks like a lot of their missile troops are gone, so I should be able to default to the pikemen soon.
A gamer cavalry!
You guys keep coming around.
Any cavalry! Ready and willing!
Ready and waiting!
Yours to command! Ready for order!
They shouldn't last long.
A gamer cavalry! We await
Okay,
your
you
command!
guys pull back, actually.
Command up! At your
Pikemen,
Pike
start
infantry, at
moving
your
in.
command! Advance at speed! Pikes! At speed! Awaiting orders!
Everything's cleaned up out here. Peltas. These guys are vet 9, so I don't really care about getting them any more experience. Okay. Cavalry, run away. You're gonna get shot to shit for a minute, but run away.
Yours to command! Royal
Okay, things are cleaned up here.
bearers!
Can we squeeze through there and get an attack on the side?
Orders!
Well, we'll let that happen. Okay, over here. Set up
Pikemen!
the phalanx. You guys come over here.
Advance at speed! Pikes at the ready!
You guys kind of form a box.
At the double!
We await your command!
Royal peltasts! A gamer cavalry!
Cavalry, get ready to charge around this side. Matter of fact, get going now.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Is that the Peltas out of ammo? Yeah. Okay, so you guys get out of the way. You guys use the rest of your ammo.
Pikemen!
Okay, we'll get the pikes chasing in. This unit can actually just come out of formation.
One of our units has
Chase
used all
down
its
the
ammunition.
slingers.
Ready! Pike! Ready!
Okay, happy enough with that. These guys should be doing fine.
Infantry at your command!
Now, you guys.
Spear infantry at your command!
Okay, those are just spears. These are actual pikes. Either way, let's pull them out. These guys are... Oh, I thought they were losing the size of these. They're just exhausted.
Missiles! Ready! Waiting!
Which is fair, since they did run around the entire map, fighting stuff the entire way.
Slingers!
Get a bit of a rear charge here, and hopefully that should see the army off. Yeah. I was going to say, they shouldn't last much longer after that.
The enemy general is...
Alright. Well, that was certainly very messy. And I should have maybe spent a little more time cleaning up these units. But this army stayed perfectly healthy. Basically the only 2 units, well, these guys took quite a bit of damage. But so 3 units took some damage. Other than that, it was pretty simple and straightforward. Let the Roman fleet run away for a little
Ready
bit.
for orders.
Commander,
Alright, now Funky's fieldmen,
to it, men.
come back over here.
Commander.
You guys just chill out. And we will start rebuilding this province in the name of the Hellenic League.
What do you wish of me? To the ships, then?
This spy can go ahead and move into
How
Africa.
can I be of assistance? Swift and silent as a shadow.
Alright, now one of the classic problems of dealing with a faction that puts out a lot of navies is you basically have to keep an army in all of your newly captured settlements until the garrison is at full strength.
Gathering supplies.
So I can't really advance on Africa until either these garrisons are built up, which could take several turns, especially given the public order issues, or until I get more armies down here. The problem is I only have 1 more army.
Your orders?
My navies I could use, but I'd be more confident using them
At once.
if
It is
they were fighting together rather than separate. So I would use 2 navies to hold 1 port. But before I can even do that, I might need them up here. You know what? Yeah, go ahead and blockade
none shall pass.
that
For
settlement.
honor and glory, we hunger.
Next turn we'll bring in the army to start the battle. Alright, that should be pretty much it for this episode. I don't think there's much else that needs to be done. That's not even what I meant to check. Loyalty is still fine. It's this guy's turn to throw money around. Alright, are there... Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Are there armies or navies that I am neglecting? Okay, my spy over here.
In your service, I never tire. My wits and
How can I serve you? Ready for battle.
These guys get to sit still. Okay, so that's all of my armies, navies, and agents. I don't think there's any provincial stuff going on that's a major concern. How is construction going in Italy? Nothing to update there. Could pick up a little more food here. Things are looking good in this province. We'll go ahead and go with that upgrade. Alright, so diplomatically, how am I looking? Egypt is still friendly with me, but the more I fight Rome, the less they like me.
Pharaoh, master of the Nile, blesses our meeting and wishes all to speak
Break
truth
your trade
so that
agreement with
agreement is
Rome.
reached.
I'll even pay you. I wonder if they would even accept this. That's wild to me. See, they actually really like Rome. Alright, well this campaign actually might end up getting dragged out if Egypt decides to break our military alliance. Because then I'll have to conquer Egypt.
I will listen with
And
all
that
respect
would
to
take
the
some
words
doing.
you speak. And
In the meantime, I'll throw some money at them.
Pharaoh, Lord of the two Egypts, forgive your humble servant for accepting this.
Alright, let's go ahead and end the turn and move on to the next.
Divine Pharaoh, heir to Osiris, is no stranger to war, but he requests that
That's
you too
actually
make
really
it.
tempting. Oh, I forgot to recruit any more naval units. That was stupid of me. That's actually really tempting just to help my relation with Egypt. But not yet. Not until things get bad. And I guess that also explains why Egypt hasn't bothered to conquer anything in Africa, is because they're still allies with Rome. I kind of assumed that because they were allies with me, they would be at war with Rome.
We see.
It is the nature of warriors to cut to the heart of anything. Consider this proposal carefully.
I don't necessarily want to do that.
Would you kindly allow trade?
Okay, these
between our
guys like
people?
Egypt a lot,
The
but I don't
logic is
think
clear.
Egypt likes
All
them,
but-
so I'm not going to accept that.
Our an
Ooh, that's a lot of attrition. Okay, we took attrition there just because of blockading. That's fine. Alright, I'll go ahead and end this episode here. Next episode, I don't think we'll see the invasion of Africa just yet. I still think that's another couple of episodes away, just because I need to secure Sicily first. But we will definitely have this battle, and I might even fight it manually, we'll see. And hopefully, I'm kind of hoping that things go smoothly with Egypt, because today I just barely got all of the thumbnails and everything for their Armenia campaign set up, so I'm kind of like really looking forward to getting into that now. But anyway, I'll end this one here. We'll see you guys in the next one.